forced upon you. You get to
Yes.
figure it out. Has there been any conversation you had with Eric or anything lingering from the way that he may have ended it versus how you guys wanted to end it or anything else?
Actually, Andrew and I are having dinner with Eric this week. We didn't really consult Eric. I mean, where Eric left the show is so different to where we are now. I know Jensen talked to Eric about where we saw it ending, and Jensen wasn't sure, and we told Eric, and Eric said, "Oh, that's great! What are you nuts? That's terrific." So we sort of got the stamp of approval from Eric, without it, If you would ask me this next week, I'd have a better answer because I'm going to have dinner with him.
So from when Supernatural starts to now, the television changed a lot. What do you think will be the biggest impact or mark that the show will leave on television?
Wow. Well, how can I put this? I mean, the biggest mark for us is that is this loyalty of the fans and the fan base that followed us so loyally. And to do a show in which, because we don't have the biggest audience, but the audience is rabid, and to be involved in something like that is really, special. So I think for all of us who make the show, that idea that, we've done well enough to be on 15 years and that we've kept the fan base engaged and, and that they'll be sorry to see us go, as opposed to, well, they've run their course, So, what impact this had socially, I don't know that it's had, there's so much TV now, who knows, but we just love our fans and try to, not that we try to write it, for what the fans necessarily want, because I don't think all the fans want the same thing, so we're just trying to tell the best stories, but the fact that they've stuck with us that's the most important thing to us, I think.
Supernatural obviously can be terrifying, but I love those funny episodes, like when they get locked in the convention center. Are we going to see something like that, honoring that fun jump the shark sort of stuff this last season?
Probably in the back nine of the show, where we'll try to do one of our crazy ones. We haven't quite figured out what that is yet. But we always say when we do these things, well, either this will be the end of the show, or because we say you've gone too far, but they've always seemed to work out. So we don't shy away from them, and I think we'll do one of those this year.
What do you think has ended up really different in the experience of doing a show for 15 seasons as opposed to what's more normal in the industry of doing one or two or three? What did that change as far as your experience as a director and a showrunner?
Well, I mean, you never expected, if you could get 5 years out of something, you'd say, wow, you've really, done something. But I think, as I said on the panel today, because I never got bored doing the show, it never felt, old. I think that shows in the, in the material that, obviously the universe that we've dealt in has expanded over time, certainly since Eric's time. But it's always kept our interest. So I think some shows peter out because they just sort of lose their creative drive. That's never happened.
Do you know why? Do you have a hypothesis about why, even after all this time?
Well, I always thought we were writing for characters that, were great to write for, who could give you a lot of stuff. We never shied away from giving them really big challenges because we knew they could handle them. And then they would, do them and even go beyond, where we thought the scene might be. So, that energizes you as a writer, a producer, a director. I love directing these guys. It's the most fun for me is to go up there and direct, even though it's, half the time you're standing out in the rain, and but it's, it's just a great show to direct. So, yeah.
So where were you? What was the moment, and where were you that you realized this show was going to be the phenomenon that it is? What moment made you realize that?
God, a moment. I don't know. The years all sort of run together for me. If you ask me what year French Mistake was, I couldn't tell you. I think when we would see fan reaction, whether it's on social media or whatever, that God, we're actually doing something here that's unique. You go to a supernatural convention and you see the enthusiasm, the size of the crowds, the enthusiasm. You come here, you fill Hall H, and the audience is just so thrilled to be there. So I'm not sure when exactly that happened for me, that realization. Probably the first time I ever, went to a convention. I remember I went to a convention in Vancouver, wasn't part of the convention, but the guys let me come up. I was hawking some books for a charity that I'm involved with, and I was like, wow, So I think that was probably the time for me. Maybe that was season 4 or 5, something like that.
I was there.